Hi everybody, good morning. I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 591 and we are here live in Southwest Florida. It is a very rainy morning. It's dark and dreary, but it sure does make the colors of the trees and the plants look so lush. That's my favorite part of rainy days, is that it just makes everything else looks so much more luscious. Can't you just see how green everything looks because of the rain? So there's the silver lining for me anyway. Hi Joe, good morning. Hopefully it clears up in time for a bike ride tonight. Hi Patricia. Hi Judy, good morning. Hi Naomi and Stacy and Grace. Good morning Grace. Hi Lisa. Hi Jane, good morning. Hi Thea. Hi Carrie and Carol. Hi Thea. Good morning everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 591. Hi Margaret and G. Good morning. Happy Thursday everybody. Hi Mark and Martina. Hi Shelbell. Hi Gay. Good morning. Hi Nora Sue. Hi Sharon. Oh, that siren says that there's lightning close, I think. I think we're supposed to have storms all day. We're safe right here for now, though. Hi, Sean. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Is anybody crafting yet today? Patricia received her yarn from me yesterday. Wonderful. Thank you for your order. I really appreciate it. Hi, Kathy. And I'm glad you like it. Yay! Martina's getting thunderstorms in Virginia, too. Wow. Probably different storms. Hi, Jackie. Lisa's making a granny poncho. Awesome. Hi, Donna. Good morning. I started working on a summer top in Be So Sporty last night. I'm working on a knit summery top that's going to be beautiful. Again. All right, we lost connection. 10, right? Hi, Melanie. And if it doesn't work, we'll be back here tomorrow. 10, right? Hi, Melanie. And if it doesn't work, we'll be back here tomorrow morning too. But we do have some major storms here right now, lots of thunder and lightning, and it's possible that that will affect our connection this morning, but we'll stay live as long as we can. And let me just get started really quick so I can show you some of the things that I wanted to show you this morning. I wanted to show you the poncho that we talked about yesterday so you could see the construction better. So this is the poncho we were talking about that has raglan shaping in the fronts and in the back, but instead of separating the back as one piece and each sleeve is one piece and the front as its own piece, I combined the two sleeves and the back as one piece and then made the front as a separate piece. Used corset ties to tie them together through the raglan yoke and then left it open for the bottom. Now I did this in worsted weight yarn, but I think that this would be amazing redone in like a Be So Sporty or Be So Sporty bling, or maybe even Be So Fine bling, and I'd use the same size needles the original was done on, and it would just be so much drapier and so much dressier. It'd be really amazing to wear over a strapless dress or a spaghetti strap dress to go out in the evening for like maybe a wedding or something. I think that this would be amazing as a dressier poncho. So I just wanted to remind you of that and show you up close what we were talking about yesterday. This is called the Jenna poncho. So if you are interested in it, it is a knit pattern on my website. It's also part of my video. It's also part of my Layers Knit book. I do believe there's a video for it as well. You could find that here on my YouTube channel. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that there's a video for it. If not, we can definitely make one. But it's a really wonderful, relatively easy pattern. It's one of my favorite simple knit stitch patterns. So anyway, just wanted to point that out to you, that that's what it looks like up close. Somebody also said yesterday, could that be made into crochet? Obviously, yes, it could, no question. It would be great in crochet. And you could take any crochet yoke, any raglan shaped crochet yoke, and you could strip those pieces out, right? So if you have a chart of a raglan yoke where you can see the sleeves and the back and the front, you would make a cardigan, so to speak, out of the sleeves and back, and then you would make a separate piece for the front. And so the front would come down with the raglans and with all the shaping, and then the back and sleeves would be the second piece that would come down with all the shapings. Does that make sense? So yes, that would be an amazing crochet lace poncho too. I think I would do that in Be So Fine yarn or Be So Fine. Uh, be so, I, Shell Bell, that's why I wind yarn for people, because not everybody is great at winding yarn from Hanks. I'm not sure what you're asking about, but I do have videos on winding yarn at home when you choose to do that instead. So you might want to check some of my videos on winding yarn on your own. One of the things is to snap the yarn to get all of the pieces snapped in place. But you'll have to watch some videos on it if you're not really familiar with it. Okay. Joyce's daughter's name is Jenna. That's awesome. You should make that poncho then. What else was I going to say? So yeah, so a crochet poncho like that would be a great future project. I don't know what to tell you, Shell Bell. I don't know what to say. I don't understand what the problem is that you're having. All of my yarns are tied and secured when they're in Hanks, and I wind them every single day, so I'm not sure what the problem is. I'm sorry you're having difficulty. In the future, I would definitely recommend buying them in center pull balls instead. She cut the ties. Well, once you cut the ties, it does get trickier to wind yarn for sure. Ties. No, it's the piece is the piece that you tie. It's tied in one spot and then it's looped and secured around multiple spots. If you go back to where it's originally tied and you cut there and then follow those loops around, it's secured very well in multiple places. There is one tie to cut. That is, yeah. And then the rest of the joins are from that same piece. So moving on, I wanted to show you some other ideas that I had for summer patterns. Remember how the other day, oh no, there was something else I wanted to show you too. So I found my lamps broke in my bedroom, so I had no light in my room, and I looked on Amazon to find some lamps, and I was really hoping to find something that would work for a DIY project as well. So I found these adorable little lamps, and you can find them in my Amazon shop as well. They obviously plug into the wall, and they have 2 electrical outlets on them, kind of like you'd see in a hotel, so I can charge my phone right from the lamp. But the reason I bought them is because of this particular type of shade. It's really wonderful for decorating with crochet motifs or knit lace or crochet lace, and it creates that beautiful negative space glow when you turn this on a really large lamp before, and I think you've probably seen photos of or maybe seen it in videos before, but I thought this would be great for doing miniature versions of it, so I have 2 of these lamps now in my bedroom, and in the near future I'm going to pick a color of yarn and make some lampshade cozies, I guess, out of crochet lace or maybe motif lace to decorate these, and then I'll make that pattern and video tutorial for you as well. If you are interested in those lamps, you can find them in my Amazon shop. I posted a link in yesterday's video description and then forgot to get to them, or we ran out of time or something, I don't know. Anyway, I meant to talk about that yesterday, so I'll say it now and then put that back in my bedroom. Then the next thing I wanted to show you is that, remember how I said I have the rights back from some of my books? Well, 3 of the books that I have the rights back for are Continuous Crochet, Seamless Crochet, and Crochet So Lovely. And so what I was thinking is, if we looked at some of the contenders this morning, I think some of these pullovers would be great contenders for making crochet lace cardigans for this summer. And since I'm in the mood for making some new summery tops right now, like I'm doing a knit one in Be So Sporty yarn that will be a new pattern soon. Yeah, I've shown you some sneak peeks of some patterns that I have for new pullovers coming soon, but I thought converting an existing pattern into a vest or cardigan, something that opens down the front, might be fun. So I wanted to show you some of the patterns in some of these books that I thought would make great contenders for that. So let's see, I think there was one in here. Yeah, so this is from Continuous Crochet. There's a book there's a pattern in there called the Teardrop Lace Yoke Sweater, which has this gorgeous teardrop stitch on the top here. And in this particular pattern, I did teardrop for the yoke and then single crochet for the bottom. And what I thought might be fun is to either do the whole thing in teardrop crochet, this open lace stitch here, and do sleeves in the body and make it like a beach cover up. And this was in a worsted weight wool, so really slim it down. We'll do it in Be So Fine Bling, Be So Sporty Bling, somewhere in that number 1 to number 2 weight yarn range. And we could either do a long sleeve cover, like long sleeve tunic cover up, all in that teardrop stitch, or we could split this down the middle and make it a vest and make it like a duster length vest down to here. This is in Continuous Crochet. So I'm looking to convert some of these patterns into different types of patterns. So I'm thinking to either do a pullover that's a tunic length with sleeves for like a beach cover up, or like a loose tunic that you would wear over a tank top, or make it into a duster vest. I think both versions, I would prefer to stick with the teardrop lace stitch and skip the single crochet portion. But those are my ideas on this one. And then show you some of the other ones. This is a really interesting pattern. If you've never done this one before, this is called the Isle of Capri motif pullover. And what's really awesome about this, and we've talked about this kind of construction recently, there is raglan shaping in this motif pullover. What I've done is created triangle versions of, so that square stitch patterns across the front, square stitch patterns across the back, square stitch patterns across the sleeves, and then there's a triangle here, and then on each side of the back for raglan shaping. And those triangle motifs give you that fitted raglan shape through here, which you wouldn't normally have in a pullover, right? A pullover made out of square motifs would traditionally be boxy. So this has a little more shaping because of that raglan finish in the yoke. So I thought what we could do with something like this is we could break this up into a vest and have it open down the front. So we could either make this a cardigan with sleeves, or even make it a little bit longer and sleeveless and make it like a duster vest. Could go either of those routes. And I also thought that we could do this whole construction, but instead of that particular center of the motifs, we could even switch that up. And do maybe a different flower in the different, like we could alternate the center of the motifs. It's like one of them has a circle, one of them has a flower. I don't know, maybe alternate the centers, but then keep the outer section the same. So anyway, so I think a raglan shaped motif cardigan / vest would be a fun contender for spring and summer using this style of construction. Now, I won't be able to see all your comments as I'm talking this morning, but if you feel inclined to give me your feedback and you would be patient and kind enough to come back when this podcast is in the recorded version, I would love to see your feedback and your comments. Leave your feedback there, and let's see which of these ideas has the most interest, and maybe that'll be the first one that I start working on. Let's see, what else did I want to show you in here? Oh, Christine, I have something to show you in here too. This, and everybody, Christine's been asking me an awful lot about hairpin lace. This particular shawl is done in hairpin lace strips. So let me see if I can find a better photo of it. Maybe, maybe not. Here it is. So this is hairpin. If anybody wants to do one, this is a wonderful pattern to teach you how to do that type of unusual construction in hairpin lace, and that's in continuous crochet. So eventually I could make a video tutorial on it, but it probably won't be one of the first things I do right now. So those are the contenders. The garment ones are the contenders I wanted to show you in there. And then Crochet So Lovely has some garments that I think we could split up and make in different combination or different variations. So let me find one in here. The Liliana pullover I think would be great as a cardigan, so that's one of the contenders that we could convert into a cardigan version and do that in Be So Fine yarn, or maybe Be So Fine bling yarn. There's some other modifications I'd like to make on it, maybe some other type of a stitch in the bottom, I don't know, but I think that that would be a beautiful cardigan or vest. And there's the, you see that better? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, so that's the Liliana pullover in Crochet So Lovely, but I think that we could convert that to a vest or a pullover, or vest or a cardigan. This would be a fun one to convert to, but I would want to take that big collar off and maybe do something different. I think this could be a fun shift dress, but I think I'd rather do something much simpler at the top. Yeah, these are all crochet, Joyce. I would like to convert that into something a little more everyday wearable, something a little more like the dress I'm wearing now. Right? That would be a great summer dress, summer tunic, something like that, but with a much lighter collar. So that would be a contender, and that's done in super chunky yarn. So I would need to convert that pattern to do it in thinner yarn anyway, so that's a contender. I like that stitch pattern and think that would be pretty. Here's a really pretty cardigan. I thought it might be fun to convert that into a pullover, right? Or we could make that into a longer duster vest. Oh, this top is, I forgot all about this one. This is so awesome. This has a trapeze, not trapeze. It has a shirt tail hem, which means it has a square shape at the bottom, but it's a beautiful tank top. This would be great as a longer dress or / beach cover up. This would be great as a dress, and we could add sleeves to it. That would be amazing. What do you think of that one? And those X stitches go so quickly too. I forgot all about this one. I loved this top. And that shirt tail hem would be amazing with longer as a dress. I used to have a dress. In fact, I have a picture of me in Egypt wearing one of my favorite old silk dresses that I had years ago that had this hem on it. And that was the inspiration for making this pattern, actually. If I can find that photo, I will definitely share it. The dress was so pretty. It was from Nordstrom when I worked there when I was in college. And it had these bright silk print, but it had this shirt tail hem, and it was dress length. And it was so pretty, and so that was the inspiration behind designing this top with the shirt tail hem. But what I think we could do is, modernize this old pattern and add some other elements to it and make it into a dress or a beach cover-up. It'd be so, so cute. This is from Crochet So Lovely. So if you're interested in the actual original pattern and you have that book, go for it. If you would like to get that book, I'm pretty sure it's still sold on Amazon. This was made with a number 2 yarn, a number 2 sport weight yarn, and a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. Really, really delicate fabric, but so gorgeous. All right, then what else was in here that I wanted to show you? Oh, I know what else I wanted to show you. This top, where is this one? Okay, then this is a very simple single crochet tank top, and this is Crochet So Lovely. I would like to redo this one in Be So Fine or Be So Sporty yarn. I would like to redo it as this shape here and add sleeves to it as a second option, and then this would be an amazing contender for a cardigan and a vest. Something done in simple crochet. Couldn't you see yourself putting that over anything? Like, when you do something in simple stitches like that, it becomes your everyday go-to layering piece. So even though this was done in some wild yarns and mohair and some other really exotic combinations back then, I think that doing this one just in simple stitches in Be So Fine or Be So Sporty yarn would be, the drape would just be out of this world, and we could do it as a cardigan, we could do it as a vest, or we could do it as the pullover and have the sleeve option. So that's done in simple single crochet. So again, if this is in Crochet So Lovely. If you already have it, great. If you don't, you can find it on Amazon. And then the other idea that I had was to, and this is, when I first wrote Seamless Crochet, this was where we take motifs and join them as you go without cutting yarn. So when you join all 9 of those motifs, there's only 2 ends to weave in, where you started and where you ended. Otherwise, in traditional motif joining, for 9 motifs, you'd have 18 ends to weave in. So with this technique of joining as you go without cutting yarn, you can continuously crochet motifs all in one piece of yarn. So this concept was always meant to be a minimum of 2 books, in my opinion, because I made the first collection as 2-dimensional pieces. 2-dimensional meaning things that lay flat, right? So shawls, scarves, simple things. And what I always wanted to do was add a second collection of creating fitted garments with those construction styles. So working raglan motifs in the corners and square motifs in the rest of the body, and doing it all continuously, which this is not beginner projects, right? These would be definitely a little more advanced projects, and doing this in garments would be even a little bit more advanced. But just like with anything else, like I talk about, if you're open and enthusiastic about learning something, everything's just about following directions. So what I thought would be a fun idea is to go back to seamless crochet and create some garments from some of these construction styles. Look at that motif there with the flowers. Wouldn't that be awesome as a cardigan or a vest? Sabrina, I can't read what you said. I'm going to try and read it longer over here. Yeah, if you already have these books, great, then you already have all these patterns. But I'm not suggesting to I'm going to redo them as is. I'm going to make some other options for them too. Oh, Sunshine wants to share that in Create, Share, Inspire podcast number 385, I'm wearing the Jenna poncho if anybody wanted to check that out. Thank you for that reference. That's awesome. So I can show you some of the motifs in here that I thought would be super fun for creating some garments. First of all, I think the one on the cover I would love to do I would love to do some sort of a pullover or a top in this one. Find another one that I think that I know there were a couple that I'd like to convert into tops. Oh, this tile one would be amazing as a top too. Wouldn't that be great? In fact, that little circle one would be fun too. Yeah, let's go back and find the circle again too. Oh, the starfish would be fun for a beach cover-up. Wouldn't that star motif be great for a beach cover-up? I did that one as a blanket. I gave that one to my mom years ago, I think. See, look at that as a blanket. Isn't that adorable? But imagine that as a beach cover-up. That would be amazing. And do it in a thinner yarn and make a smaller scale of the fabric. Look at that afghan with the 3-dimensional flower on it. We've done something like that recently. It's so cute. See if I can find the one I wanted to show you though. Here, this one. I would love to do the yoke of a sweater in that stitch. Wouldn't that be great? And do that as motifs that you join as you go without cutting yarn. Super chunky yarn, so if we scaled it down and made motifs with thin yarn and small hooks, it would just be like little tiny little coins at the top. Oh, I just made me think of something in here. That would be a really cool top for this one. Remember that shape? That shape of an A-line dress would look super cute with a fine version of those coins for the top yoke. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. So those are some ideas that have been spinning around in my head. All right, so that was a lot, I guess, a lot of future ideas to share with you guys. But if you have the patience and the time and you would like to share your feedback with me on any of the things that we talked about today, or what you would like to see in upcoming summery tops, please come back when the video is recorded so you can leave those permanent comments. And this is episode 591. I would love to hear your feedback. Oh, happy birthday, Diane. I would love to hear your feedback on which patterns you would love the most for the summer. Maybe all of them, maybe none of them, maybe there's one that stands out to you, but I'd love to hear your feedback. Sometimes it's fun to just my head. So if you want to share your feedback with me, which ideas are you the most excited about? Maybe we're all excited about the same ones. Maybe we like all of them. Maybe we like none of them. I don't know. Anyway, just I would love to hear from you. So if you feel inclined to come back and leave those comments, that would be awesome. Thank you all so much for your comments today and your questions. It's been wonderful to be able to talk back and forth with you like we do every day. I love it. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the rainy day that brings out such lush colors behind me. I hope you enjoyed the show and tell and the design ideas. I hope you enjoyed my enthusiasm. And I would love to hear your feedback as well. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else too. If you like this podcast, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Click that bell notification so you can know every time I go live or have new videos uploaded. If you have a friend that might be interested in my channel, please share any of my videos with your friends. I'd really appreciate that too. I think that's it. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.